So do you know what I think of when I hear supply chain management?
The name is Mr. T. First name is Mr. Middle name is that period. Last name is T. Listen and listen good. I'm talking to you.
Come on, you know you do too. I pity the fool that doesn't know his supply chain management or know how to do it. That doesn't work. So let's go over 4 quick ways that we can figure out your supply chain management. First, what is your market, or more so, what is the demand that your company faces day in and day out? Is it constant, where yeah, there might be a little bit of variation, but you know from week to week about what to expect? Or is it more variable, seasonal even, where you know at some point you're going to get one of those orders, maybe in a particular month, maybe even in a quarter, but you don't know exactly when. 2, we need to figure out our customer behavior. So let's look at the numbers. Are your customers buying in higher volume and they're doing it at a fairly consistent level? Or do you have customers that are purchasing under a lower volume or even more infrequent? Because that obviously will affect what you can expect to produce and or sell. 3, what do you do? And no, I asked first. So is it manufacturing? Is it some distribution? Maybe it's a little bit of both, or maybe you're even a value-added reseller. The point is, depending on your type of business, affects if you have a fixed bill of materials, maybe you have a semi-fixed bill of materials. All these little factors influence how quickly your turnaround is and how much you're able to produce in a very set period of time. And number 4 is taking all of your items into consideration. We often get in a rut of thinking our products all fit in one type of demand, constant, irregular, but the reality is there's a certain percentage, and probably most, that fall under one category, and then a lesser portion that falls in the other category. And what we need to do as a business is go item by item, product by product, and figure out what is selling and how often. Now this can be tied into ABC inventory, and I've said this many times, you can go Google that on your own. I'm here to talk about supply chain, baby. But once you figure out what that demand is for your items, you put in all these other pieces, your demand, your type of customer, your type of business, your items, and now you can start to figure out exactly what kind of inventory levels you should be keeping so that you can keep your supply chain as regular and consistent as possible. This could be a lot of work, going through each item, making these considerations, but what this is going to help you do is know where your levels should be so that if you suddenly hit a demand that you weren't expecting, you're ready for it. But you're also able to keep the ship running as smoothly as possible so that when there are inconsistencies that come up, you can already see it coming down the line and compare it against the numbers that you used to have so that you can help predict what is coming your way. And we are definitely living in some fairly unpredictable times. So ultimately, supply chain management comes down to you. Your ability to track, monitor, and then make decisions based off that data. Now you could definitely speed up this whole process by implementing a software solution. I know I reference that a lot, but it's going to save you time. You can quickly see the numbers that you're looking for, and you're not going to have to dig for a bunch of paper. Who wants to do that? At the end of the day, you want to know where your stuff is, that you have enough, and really that comes down to you. Now if you can't do those things, well then...
Well, I pity the fool that makes that mistake.
He says it better than I can. I'm James, this is Whiteboard Wednesday.